Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I wanted to address something for all of you, something that is really important as you go on your self-love journey. But before I get into it, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe, it really does help the channel. And so be generous and be kind, as I will be kind to you, and go ahead and subscribe and keep getting interesting content like this, as well as other content that I'll have for you. Also, if you know someone, or if you know you are someone that has an entire circle of people that could benefit from being on a self-love journey, you're trying to get where you want to go, and you just keep getting tied down with obstacles and pain, and chaos is reigning free, especially in today's world. Or someone is losing hope, right? Someone is suffering and you want to see them rise to the top and use their true gifts, and you want to see them heal, you want to see them whole, then go ahead and share this video. All right, so today I want to talk about how it's okay to have friends. It's all good. Like, you can be that super cool, popular person. If you're someone that attracts people and you want to socialize and you want to be social, that's cool. That's wonderful. But you must have your boundaries in place. You need to have your boundaries in place, because what we're going to talk about today is how, when you have bad boundaries and when you're not on a self-love journey and you're letting in too many things, one of the things you could be letting in is a frenemy, or a few, or a whole group. You could be surrounded by frenemies and not even know it. You could have so many people in your circle that are against you that you could be going in all the wrong directions, right? And so you need to have really good boundaries, strong boundaries. Check out my videos here on YouTube where I teach you how to get your boundaries in order, and to where they're not minding your business, they are minding your boundaries, right? So go ahead and check that out in the videos. Also, I want to talk to you guys about what a good friend looks like and what a bad friend looks like, right? So we all think that our friends are great. Some of them annoy us, and some of them, love us dearly and give their whole heart to us. And there's other ones that just kind of like, you kind of gotta, carry them just a little bit. So let's talk about it. Okay, so a friend is not someone that you should have to carry. A friend is someone that is walking in likeness with you. And so some of us are holding on to friends that we are no longer on the same path, right? We've known them from, since, day one, and we want to continue that. However, their time has come to an end a long time ago, and we're still rocking with them. And so now it becomes all about them, because we're trying to keep up with them, and we're missing out on opportunities for us because we're going in directions that they're going. You're supposed to go in your direction. You're supposed to be focused on you. And when you're on a self-love journey, you don't get off track. Okay, so what does a bad friend look like? A bad friend shows up as a hater. You think they're your friend. Maybe they once were. Maybe they never were. But a hater is someone that is going to always block your blessings, because they're going to become a naysayer. They're always going to be, just telling you what was the one bad thing about it, even though it was amazing overall. They'll be the one that, like, every time you say, oh, look at this cake that I made, you already know what they're gonna say. They'll be like, oh, my friend, I got a girl, she made cake, she got her own shop, and like, she the best in the city. And you like, you're supposed to be my friend, and here you are telling me, you gassing somebody else up in my shining moment where I just want my credit. They not gonna give you the credit. They're a hater. And you're accepting this. You're still giving them the label as friend, when you really need to be reevaluating that whole relationship, because it's causing chaos in your life, and you're not getting the reciprocation and the support that you need. You need support when you're trying to get to the top. When you're trying to get to your top, everybody's top is not the same. Let's not forget that. So maybe they're okay with that, but you're trying to rise, right? Okay, also, a hater is a sneak disser. right? That goes along with, like the little comments and things like that. But here's a whole nother level of sneak dissing that you may not be thinking about. They're the type that will sneak diss you to where they like, maybe they like literally tell on you, or lie on you. You know what I mean? Behind your back, things that you don't see. Real sneaky. Like, you see where I'm coming from? Or you tell them not to tell somebody, and then they'll tell somebody that they know gonna tell everybody. And it's like, wow, like okay, so I see you sneak dissing, right? You can't let that stuff go unchallenged. That's a boundary issue. You're supposed to let them know that your boundaries say not to tell your business. Or you need to get your boundaries in order and stop telling your business to your friends. Because your friends, when you start rising, they gonna get envious, especially if you guys are not on the same level. Even if they're above, if they're above your level or whatever, in their eyes, they can never see you rising higher. So when they start to visualize it as that, you already know they're going to say whatever they need to say or do whatever they need to do behind the scenes to where it doesn't come to fruition for you, right? People are crazy. I'm going to just be completely honest with you. They just weird, okay? And so they're going to be thirsty. They're going to be thirsty for everything you got too. So you got this, they want that. You see where I'm coming from? And it's like, that's kind of like stealing your shine a little bit. That's stealing your light. And so that's not a friend. Also, they're going to be possibly the entire time, they could be secretly in love with you. And that's not a friend. A friend would tell you something like that. And a friend will block you from finding your soulmate if they're secretly in love with you. This entire time, you bouncing off every little idea off of them. Like, what do you think I should do for Valentine's Day? Here they are in love with you, right? And that's the person you asking what you should do for Valentine's Day. No. You need to be watching your circle and reevaluating it at all times. As you go through life, some people are going to fall off. Everybody can't stay on. Every notebook that's in your backpack, as you grow, you're going to take some things out. Some things are going to come out and new things will be put in. And that's how your friend circle needs to work as well. That's a hard truth. But it is something that has helped you on your self-love journey, and it's something that helped me on mine. Okay, so putting you in drama. If you have friends that are putting you in drama and you're in it all by association most of the time, you are pure of heart and you're not causing nothing with nobody, but you gotta have such and such as back. You gotta have your homies back, right? That's too much drama. You understand where I'm coming from? Also, eventually that could put some major situations in your life and shift your path in a totally negative direction. You could all of a sudden be doing time. People will make you catch a case, especially if they know that you are the one that's going to be loyal. They know that you're the one that's going to be there. If it's going down, you're going to be there because you want to help out, or at the very least, you trying to keep the peace. You cannot be a peacemaker with masters of chaos as friends, right? Okay, so they're going to be controlling. They want it to be their way. So it's like, okay, yeah, it could be even your significant other. Yes, they want you to do well, but they like, wait a minute now, but you can't do it to where it's going to be negative for me. And it's like, but you need to be walking in your purpose. And so you need to know when you've outgrown a situation, when it is boxing you in and you know that you are ready to transform and transcend, go to a higher dimension, go to a higher sense of consciousness, and you recognize that it's only you. You're the only one that can get you there. But here you are bouncing it off of this person and that person. You got to get your boundaries in order and recognize that most of the work needs to be through the self. You need to be making those decisions, right? And so you can't always trust everybody is telling you. You have to use your intuition. That's a bad friend. They trying to, control you and, stop you and tell you when it's a good time for you and why it's not a good time. That's not a good friend. Okay, also, they want all of your attention. They're clingy. That's distracting. Now, that one should be obvious. A bad friend is someone that's distracting and that is so codependent and weak that, they can only do things that you're doing. They want to be the tag along, right? That can feel like support. But when they're not whole, at some point, when do you really get to step into what's just for you? Because you have to bring such and such along. At a certain point, you have to leave them. Even if you revisit them with your abundance, you still have to leave them where they are stuck. You can't stick with a clingy person, a codependent person, just because they're ride or die. Because the reality of the situation is they need to be ride or die for themselves so you don't have to carry them along. Okay. And somebody that's ride or die for themselves is not going to be clingy. They're going to be like, look, I got my own thing going on. Okay. And so also, they're salty when you have friends, when you have a soul tribe, when you have support. They salty. They big mad. They like, wow, so you're just going to go to church? Like, they like, so you just going to join the choir? Like, but I don't even go to church. How you going to join the choir? And you like, but this is really good for me. And they're like, no, don't do that. We about to go to the bingo hall or, or they like, we go to the movies on Thursdays. That's what we do. And you like, but it's not always we. Now my day is now going to be filled with me, singing with my choir because this is good for me. This is food for my soul. And so you can't make decisions based off that friend that is salty, or offended that you have chosen someone that they don't like, right? As long as it's not someone that has caused them detriment, it's okay to like people that they don't like. That is okay. As long as you are upfront, honest about it, you can have separate relationships with people. You're supposed to be the judge of character. You're supposed to judge and see whether or not that person will fit in your life. And if this person is bringing positive things for you, then that's the universe bringing that for you. It may not be for them, right? Okay, guys, so that was just a few of my ideas all about what bad friends look like, right? And it's time for you to get your boundaries in order and stop having these salty haters, sneak dissing, fake controlling, really trying to steal your light and really just want to be you type of friends.